Jet planes in the night sky with you.
A lot of attention to my surroundings anyway.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
So, I've got a lovely opportunity today to talk to two almost English ladies. One of them is my colleague, Jess Novotná, and the other lovely lady is her boyfriend's mum, Nicky. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
And because they're in London, actually, what part of London are you in?
Well, we are actually not in London.
You're
we
not
are
in
in Nottingham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I find it funny that like when you say England, people just assume everybody is in London. The same as when you speak to people, like so foreign people. If you say, you know, you are from the Czech Republic, they just assume you are from Prague.
Mm-hmm.
So we are from Nottingham, which is a bit north up.
It is, and it's also famous for Robin Hood, who a lot of people have heard of.
Yeah,
Sherwood Forest. So we live really close to Sherwood Forest.
Okay. Yeah. That's my association with Nottingham. Unfortunately, I can't go beyond that. Yeah, that's where I am with Nottingham. I know there's a football club, Nottingham Forest.
Absolutely, Nottingham Forest and Nottingham City.
I don't know. Well, never mind.
Yeah, no, let's not get onto football.
No, not surely. So, actually, what I wanted to talk about is your associations with England, Jessie, and Nicky, your associations with the Czech Republic. And so, if I say, I don't know who I should start with. Could I start with you, Nicky? And if you could tell me, what do you actually know about the Czech Republic? What comes to your mind when I say the Czech Republic?
Right. So I guess I think of originally, I think of obviously Eastern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I think of Czechoslovakia as was. I suppose I would think about that. I would think about the history of the Czech Republic and the communist regime as well. Interesting history.
Yeah, you were visiting the National Museum and they had an exhibition about the communism.
Yes, which was fascinating. And, you know, because my knowledge of the Czech Republic is quite limited, really. Obviously, my mind has been open since I've known Jess. And I've only visited once, but I would love to go back. It was beautiful. Of course, famous Prague is very famous, isn't it? So I loved that. The architecture was absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed the Czech food. I can't speak any of the language, I have to admit. Jess has taught me a few words.
No success so far.
But interested in the history, as I say, the past, and what's led up to where you are now.
And you mentioned Czech food. What Czech food did you try, and what did you make?
Lots of dumplings, which I love. Stews and dumplings, very comfort food. We had tea cakes and things, didn't we? Toasted tea cakes in cafes. Of course, beautiful, like a mulled wine. Was it like wine, like blue wine?
Yeah, because Nicky was visiting last year before this virus for Christmas markets. Yeah, it was in December.
Yes.
So pre-COVID Christmas markets.
Pre-COVID, it was. It was.
Okay. How about you, Jess, and England? I'll shift the question a little bit. Your ideas about England and then reality. Like, did you find anything that sort of clashed your expectations, your sort of stereotypical knowledge?
Okay.
If you had it, I mean, like you studied.
Yeah, I think I visited England for the first time when I was 19. So basically I was at grammar school, and after my maturita, which is A-levels in England, me and my friend decided to move for a year to England because we wanted to practice our English and to get better at our English as well. So to be honest, I think my knowledge was very much what we were just taught at school, you know, about the royal family, the Queen Elizabeth, you know. But I wasn't, I was always a big fan of the literature part. I always loved, you know, English writers, but I didn't know that much about the culture. So I think I didn't have that much maybe assumptions as such. But then I moved to London and I lived there for a year, and Nicky was actually born in London as well. So yeah, so we spent some time in this like wonderful capital as well.
So your ideas and the reality, kind of like what did you, like you mentioned royal family, obviously.
Yeah.
Was it a big deal in England still, or when you sort of visited? And maybe
you like
for Nicky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes, I mean I'm quite a traditionalist, and so I love the royal family because I just think, well, one, I mean, it's very sort of now quite a charming sort of institution, you know, even though they don't carry much power at all. I just think everybody, the country as a nation, every time the royal family are, you know, on the television, whether it's a royal wedding or some kind of ceremony, you know, people love to watch it. All the, you know, it's very elaborate, everything's so elaborate, all the clothes and the pomp and ceremony. So I love all that. I think it brings a lot of tourism into the country, which is good, which, you know, we need. And I think it would be a real shame to lose it. Obviously, a lot of people don't approve of the monarchy and want to get rid of it. But no, I've always loved it. I mean, I've always been interested in the kings and queens of England and that sort of English history, you know, from school years. The fascination, even with just the costumes, the outfits. So yeah, I'm pro it. I certainly don't think they do any harm, and they do quite a lot of good. They raise awareness about issues, you know.
Yeah, loads of charity work as well.
Lots of charity work. Yeah, yeah. So I am quite pro them.
Would you be a pro, Jessie? Do you share the same views? Obviously, as an outsider, you have a perspective, but
I think I'm a bit on a fence with this one. I think one nice part is the tradition, you know, and it's just like something like charming and beautiful and gives you like loads of to learn, you know, loads of culture. But on the other hand, I think, you know, maybe we are in the 21st century and maybe it's no place, you know, anymore just to be granted certain privilege just because you were born, you know, in a certain environment. So I'm not massively anti and I'm not massively pro, but I'm really interested. I love The Crown. I don't know if you have watched it on Netflix, which is basically just, you know, about the royal family and their life and, you know, a bit, you know, to know them as real people than just, you know, these icons.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.